Well, let's try to create a door this time. So, in order to create the door, let's get into family, and a simple option is you can go for a metric door. So here you're having the exterior side to which the door will open usually, and you got a width of the door. Okay, first let's assign a parameter to control the swing of the door. I'm going to create a door which can be opened. So for that, I'm gonna go into reference line, and I'm saying that the door will open to exterior side. So let me draw a line here, which is using the reference a line, not plane, it's line. Okay. After drawing the reference line, I would like to fix a hinge right at this point. Well, we can make use of a line option here. Line, right, first I'm gonna pick up this line and horizontally, then you can see a circle here, then click it and lock it. Then again, right from here and tap, click it and lock it. And let me assign an angular parameter here. This will control the swing of the set. So select it, and I like to say that will go for the swing. Right, now if you try to flux it, let me change the scale. Let me try to flux it. The angle should be like 45 degree. You can see that's working. 90. It's quite great. 45. Alright, the next point is let's assign the width of the door to the length of this line. So select the line, and you have an option here to make this dimension, temporary dimension, a permanent one. So click it. Okay, so this dimension has become the permanent dimension. Now you can select it, and I can say that is the width of the door. So whatever you change the width of the door, the length of the line will change. Alright, that's far enough. Now let me change this angle to 0, and let me get into the south elevation, or maybe the interior view. I'm gonna draw a door right here, so I can make use of extrusion, and I like to set a plane which is right to the front view. I can say that's pick plane, and right in here I have drawn a reference plane, so make use of tab and click, so that will show a rectangle which is the front face of the reference line. And I'm gonna draw a set right here, and you can align and lock it with respect to the reference plane. Align and lock. Okay, align and lock, align and lock, align and lock. Okay, so that's it. Let's change the thickness. That could be like 100, or you can assign a parameter, which is totally up to you. If I get into the 3D view, oh man, I don't want to see these text, so get into the visibility graphics, VV, and like to disable the annotation objects right in the 3D view. You can see that the door is right here. Okay, let me try to change the properties. Let me change the angle, maybe 45 degree. Oh, that's working. Width to 2 meter. Well, that's also working, and back to 0. Oh, that's closing perfectly. That's great. Anyways, so that's the basic door. If I try to export this right into our project, okay, I'm gonna draw a wall here. You need a door, so the door family 3 is right here. You can see that is not looking like a door. Let me pick up the door created by Revit. I can see that there is a proper swing defined, and no matter the door is closed in this view, if I get into 3D view, you can see that both of the doors are closed, but right in here you can see that the door is opened. Okay, so let's try to do that. Let me get into the reference level, and this is the actual door here. What I would like to do is, first let me change the thickness of the door. Maybe 50 will do much better. Anyways, that's cool. Alright, there is an option right in Annotate which is known by symbolic lines, which will be visible only in the view which you are drawing it. Okay, so let me draw a rectangle here, first point and well, second point. Alright, this one, make it permanent, select it, and am I gonna get into the option for changing the width of the door? That will be the actual width of the door. Now this one, change it into permanent, but I don't see a button for that right anywhere. I don't know, where is that? Where is it? No problem, don't care. Anyways, if it's not there, what we will do here is, let's go to align dimension. Make sure that you are picking the symbolic line and select it, and this is the thickness. Oh, but I don't want the thickness to be 65. Let the thickness be, where is the thickness? Yep, thickness, maybe thickness be 25. Okay. Anyways, if you are smart enough to assign a parameter, you can go for that. This one will be the thickness. Oh yeah, that's great. Now let's draw an arc right here. Well, that arc should come from the same option, symbolic lines. You can go for our center end arc. The center point will be right here, and the first end should be right here, and the second end should be right here. Okay, that's great. Okay, if I try to load it right into the family, and you can say that the door apart from here looks okay, but I don't want to see the actual door. If I try to change the angle, maybe I say that's 45 degree, you can say that the door is still rotating, which actually I don't want to see. Oh, for that, what we can do to solve that, alright, let's hide it. Select the door, the actual extrusion, and get into visibility graphics. I want to hide it in the top view. I want to hide it when it cuts anything. Okay, that's great. Now that will be hidden in the top view. Export it right. You can see that the both of the door looks okay for now. Right, then what we can do next is let's try to change some of the other properties. Maybe like, let's create an opening right here. Okay, let's create an opening right here. Opening can be rectangular, opening can be circular. So both of this case, I would like to create a reference plane. Maybe the simple case of extrusion is double click on the door, and let me try to draw a rectangle here. That's it. Okay, a little bit more advanced, you can control it by making use of reference plane. First, oh man, do not bend. Reference plane, where is it? Reference plane. This one will be the top of the opening, and this one will be the bottom of the opening. Anyways, I can go for the dimension starting from here. This one can be called as a sill of opening. Sill of opening. This can be this will come under layers. I don't care about the name. Sill, and the next dimension will be the from plane to plane. That will be the total height of opening. HDO, that will be mapped under, well, the same option here. I don't remember what is layers. Okay, now let's align these things here. First and second, lock it. First and second, lock it. Alright, okay, now let's try to load it right into, no, I don't want to load it every time, that's crazy. Let me test it right from here. What's the problem for that? Change the height of the door to maybe 3 meters. You can see that opening stays right there. If I try to decrease the height to 1 meter, you can see that it cannot make an extrusion here. The reason for that is the opening will mess up with the extrusion. Solve it by getting into the I can assign some formula for height of opening and sill of opening by getting into family type. You can see that where is the sill of opening, it can be a formula or can be mapped with height. So maybe I will say that 0.2 times. So let's copy. So let me copy height option here, and this one can be height into 0.2, and this one can be height into 0.3. I don't know, the numbers are totally random. Okay, so now you can say whatever be the height, the shape will not collapse. So maybe height can be 1 meter. It will go down and shrink itself. Why? Because you can see that's height of the opening and sill of the opening is obtaining value from the height. So whatever be the height, it will be 0.2 times 20% of the height, and the height of opening will be 0.3% of the height. So you can map it with some formulas. So the height was 2 meter. Okay. Alright, if you're applying for any circular type of opening, there's a little bit more twist here. Now before that, let me create a glass here. For creating glass, you can go for extrusion, pick line and lock, and I'm gonna click 3 points here, 4 points here, and tick it. The thickness of glass can be very low, it can be like 10. If I get into 3D view, you can say that maybe if that looks okay, that is okay, but if that doesn't looks okay, where should I find the glass? Is it glass? Yeah, that's glass. You can judge it by the thickness, and this is the actual door. Again, now you can adjust it right any way you like, and obviously change the material. Glass. Okay, there's a glass right here, and well, that's okay. Oh, this one can be maybe a wood. That's the door. Wood. Okay, bamboo. I don't care. Let me get into the realistic view. Oh yeah, you can see that's right here. Okay, now let's try to create a circular opening. So in order to create a circular opening, let me double click this asset and create a circular opening. And okay, this can also be mapped with the height parameter. For that, I have to enable this in the map visible option. Then only it will be possible for the align dimension to capture the center point of the circle. Okay, this can be, well, I'm not creating a new parameter. This one can be. What about this one? Oh man, that's crazy. Circular. Assign a formula. 0.8, whatever be that. Okay. That's it. You know, you can create a glass right in. Alright, now let me create some artwork here. Now if you usually observe a door, you can see that there will be some carvings, there will be some cuttings. The carpenter's skill will be right there on the door. So let me create that by making use of, well, void sweep or void extrusion. If you want a partial opening right onto the door, you can set a plane right onto this face, and well, you can create a rectangle. Don't go further, get into the top view. Where's the box? Where's the box? It's right here. Alright, you can create a partial opening by making use of this option here. You know, just drag it right until it creates a partial opening. Now you get into 3D view, you can see that's a partial opening. That is a partial opening. You can make use of paint or split surface to create a different material. That's totally up to you. Maybe you can see that's a partial opening with a different material. Okay, now what if the opening is not rectangle? Maybe your carpenter is talented guy and he can create some sunflower or some random shapes right in there. I like to set a plane right onto the face of the door, and well, maybe I like to smooth this part. Maybe I like to smoothen this part, so I can go for a pick line. Okay, there's a line there. You can see that there's a line there. Turning on the thin line option, and that's it. Let me draw a profile. Right, we are having the profile now. We are having the path. Now let me get into the wireframe. You can see that's the opening. Edit the profile, and well, I like to show up a distance which is 10 here and 10 here. Okay, now let me draw an arc. Start, and then radius. That's it. Okay, and now if you observe it from maybe consistent color, what is that? Is it void sweep? I was trying to draw a void sweep, but unfortunately I have drawn it with the normal sweep. You can convert the normal sweep right into void sweep right from here. Okay, what is it? Okay, if it's not okay, no problem, we are having solution. Let me cut the geometry, pick up the door, and pick up this object here. I think that is totally okay. If you get into the realistic view, you can see that's been filleted. You can see that face has been filleted. You can see a curvature right there. Okay, I'll tell you the normal procedure. I'm sorry about the last one. Anyways, yeah, let's get into void sweep. Am I gonna go for picking the path right from here? Okay, now in order to create a profile, I like to get into the wireframe and get into the right elevation. You have to understand that the door opening is right here, and let me try to edit the profile. Make sure that the length of the line in both of the direction is same, 10 here and 10 here. Okay, now let me try to start, and the radius should go inside, so where you want to have the fillet, that's showing up the direction of the radius. Cut, and okay, you can cut it as usual, and I'm not going for that. Alright, then let me go for some other shapes. Void sweep. Yep, plane is okay. You can sketch path anytime. I can go for an arc. That's not an arc. It's weird. Let me go for an arc. Okay, that's an arc. And well, let me just edit the profile. Get in the viewer, and I like to increase the size of the asset. Okay, this is the face of the door to inside. We'll drawing up a small circle right here. Close it, finish it. So right, as for now, you can see that is an opening here. If you closely observe, you can see that is an opening here. I'm sure this is an opening. It's not coming out, it's going in. How can I show you that? Trust me. If I try for a different profile, I might be able to convince you guys. If anyone is watching, especially I can say if anyone is watching, maybe for 10. I have no idea. You can see that's carving in. So if you're smart enough to create profiles like this, you can be a carpenter in Revit. Okay, now let me get into the climax. It's already 24 minutes right now. Let me fix some handles right here. Okay, you can model those handles right in this door family, but I like to create a new family for that family, and this one could be maybe a face based family, you can say. And this face will be the door right here. We'll get into the elevation. Any elevation will work. Let me draw the profile by making use of a wall. I don't know the size of the object. Okay, that's an axis line, and let me go for a boundary line. Maybe I think this shape will work for the handle knob. Okay, load it right into the project. I think it's for family 3. I don't know. Is it the door? Spacebar for flipping. Let me stay right there. Alright, I'm not carrying the size. You can adjust the size as you wish. But as far as now, I would like to control the distance of this object right from the door. So maybe if I try to rotate the angle, or maybe 45 degree, yeah, it worked perfectly, and it is staying right into there. And let me assign a dimension for this. If I change the width of the door, first point to maybe the second point, and I like to lock it, that will stay every time right there. A mosquito is here. Now let me try to change the width of the door. So maybe it goes for 1500. Is that handle still there? The handle is still there, as in 85mm away from this face of the door. Okay, let me fix the height. So angle 0, and in order to fix the height, let me get into the wireframe. Oh yeah, I can say that's right here. DI, first point to maybe second point. I like to, well, how high the door goes, that knob will stay right in. Okay, if your concept is like that, lock it. Or if you want to flex it with the height of the door, this is called knob. Select it, and I can, well, really go for a formula. Knob can be a property of height. Copy height, maybe height into 0.5, I don't know. Alright, that's it. Now, okay, anyways, you can even hide these assets too. You know that, right? Select it, get into visibility graphics, and I like to hide it right in here. Oh, cool, no problem. Load it. Oh, you can see that's gone. Same case you can do for this one. Okay, maybe right in the 3D view. Where? Which one? Right in the 3D view, I can see that the handle is right there, but I don't want to see the handle right in the medium view. Okay, I just only want to see the handle if the view detail level is fine. In order to convey that property, well, select the asset, get into the visibility graphics, and I don't want to see that in the medium or coarse view. Okay, export it. And if I get into the 3D view, and maybe if no, this one is not the actual 3D view, this is a fake 3D view. I get into find to see the handle. If you are not in find, the handle will not be there. Okay, that's also great. Man, how long should I stay here? Now if you pick up the door provided by Revit Architectures, you can see that material is also there. Now let's try to assign material, which is already explained in my last video. Go and watch it. That's it. That's all about creating a door. I just want to say thank you if any one of you made it until to this point. Oof. Bye.